There we go. So I've already pre-drawn the picture. I just happened to be sketching and I kind of like where it was going, so I'm not done with it though. So just give me 1 second. I have some more stuff to grab. Just bear with me. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to try to finish this in one take, you guys, but I'm not sure. That's why I went ahead and kind of want to have it pre-drawn out the way I want it. And yeah, Sally.exe is going to be like right up there. I don't know, I was thinking about maybe having her possessed by the highest, maybe, and then have her looking all, you know, evil, probably a silhouette with like just a face or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, so I'm just going to go ahead and darken this up a little bit. Make sure I have this where I want it, because I want to make Cream look as kind of innocent as possible. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't really have a reference picture at this moment either, so all of this is actually straight from my memory. So sorry if it doesn't look exactly like how you guys pictured it. Actually, I think it's decent enough really to go ahead and start coloring, or at least start doing a line art for these, and then I'll come back and do the Sally. All right. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I really didn't have any of this pre-planned. All right, here we go. I find it easier to just go ahead and, you know, use a tracing pad, a light box, because at least I don't have to worry about erasing after I do my lines. You know, it's just a little bit easier for me. All right, so I'm going to take my micron number 5 and start adding down some line art. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. That's where line art is some of the most frustrating parts of doing a picture. To me, anyway. And I would have actually had some music or something in the background if I wasn't worried about YouTube and their sensors and how they pick up everything automatically, you know. So you guys are gonna have to deal with me humming probably halfway through this, especially when I'm trying to concentrate. So I'm going to be doing this picture with Copics if I haven't already mentioned that. I'm going to use Copics, Prismacolors, you know, alcohol-based markers. Um, Probably, depending on what colors I actually need, I may even use some artist lofts. They're not my favorite, you know, most favorite to use, but I do have colors in those that I don't actually have in um in Prisma, because Prismas are my favorite. I actually prefer Prisma over Copics, honestly. And quite honestly, I'm not all the way caught up on the on the Sally.exe videos and the playthroughs or whatever. That game is hard. But I was looking at, you know, like Costas, you know, I was looking at him play and and so I'm not really 100% up on the storyline. So I'm not sure how much more they're going to do, whatever. Let's see, I didn't draw this part. Let's do this. Kind of give her a little cleavage going on, you know? But I did see the part where Amy had a, well, not Amy, but Sally actually had a crush on Amy. So I thought that was like, wow. That caught me by surprise. And it was kind of right on time with the, with the, Adventure Time thing where Bubblegum and Marceline actually kissed at the end of the series. So sorry if that's a spoiler. But yeah. So I thought that was like really cool. I'm gonna try to put a lot of detail, but not too much detail, you know? Because I kind of don't want to be on this all day. But if I have to do a part 2, then I will. So basically in this picture, Amy is protecting Cream from Sally.exe. Poor innocent Cream. She's not aware that Sally is actually has been possessed in this picture anyway, you know. Um Whoops, hold on. Let's see. But and I actually probably will not be doing any more Korean translations for Adventure Time, because I know there's a bunch of scenes I've missed with Lady Rainicorn. Um, but you know, the YouTube copyright police kind of, you know, put a damper in that. It's all good. Uh, Sorry, this is like one of the most boring part of the videos. Oh goodness me. So right here, she's gonna be kind of grabbing her. And I kind of know I didn't advertise this video very often, you know, very good. So, it's really kind of a last minute type thing. It's like, um, I was more worried about actually doing it than anything. Oh goodness. Hold on. My dog's barking. Give me a second. What are you barking at? You better stop. Sorry. I am back. Prismacolor marker. This is one of the lightest uh, colors I actually have that I want to do her face with. So I'm going to basically outline where I want her highlights to be. And then I'll actually go from there because these blend out really, really well. Can't really put the tops on. You know. Let's do that. And I'm actually using cardstock paper. My colors tend not to bleed as much when I use this type of paper. So that's what I'm actually going with. I don't know if this is the correct color I should be using, but you know, this is what I'm going for. And I'm going as if the light, actually, I think I might change it up a little bit. So the light should be coming from the top right. So let's actually do her shines over here. See, that's why you do lightest from darkest, because you can actually, it's easier to fix if you change your mind, you know? Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to use the brush tip side. This is number 72. I'm just going to fill that in. I mean, I probably have better colors to do that with, but again, I'm just layering it up at this point. I can almost guarantee that if you've ever used markers to actually do a complete picture, the layering process can be so satisfying. That's why I like to take my time with it. So it doesn't seem nearly as dark in person as it does on the paper, or yellow. All right. So now I'm going to go through the 201. And I'm going to actually use the 201 marker, if you can tell, for her shadows. So basically where the light cannot hit. And the thing is with Copic markers, if you layer the same color on top of itself after it dries a little, it darkens the color. There you go. So you don't necessarily have to have different shades of marker to get, for lack of a better word, another color, you know. Let's see. There we go. So that's that on that part. I don't want to overdo it at this point. Um, so let's go back to her face. I'm going to go back in with 72. Leave some of these points white. And then that's actually going to add a little bit of a detail to that right there. And then go back in with my 201 for her shadows again. Use the brush side. There we go. All right, let's see. If I remember, let's see. Let me get this 72 and the 201 one more time because I actually forgot to do the inside of our ears. Let's do that here. I'm not actually going to put any highlights in here because it's actually the inside of her ear. So it's more of a valley, so I'm going to actually go in with the shading. And even though I have that line here, I'm going to blend it out just a little bit. There we go. A little bit past that line. Okay. Let's do a little pink. Let's see, what color do I want to use? Let's start off with the PB12. And maybe a 130. Okay. So this is what I was talking about earlier. I do not have the colors that I need in my Prisma markers yet, so I'm actually going to go in with the master marker. So I'm actually going to go in with her hair, going from lightest to darkest, the Prisma color 12. Which is more of a peachy type color, but again, I can kind of see where I want to put her highlights, because again, Sally.exe is going to be coming in from the top right, so the light's going to be shining from this way. Almost behind her. But there's still light in the room, but you'll see what I mean when I get to that point. And again, I'm just pinpointing out where I want my highlights to go. And again, it's my dog in the background, guys. Animal Crossing fan. Hey, Skeleton Dance. Sorry if I'm not looking at my screen too much. Um, I'm actually using my cell phone to record this, so the chat box actually disappears a little bit, over time. So I have to tap the screen to get it to pop back up. All right, so that's that. I think I'm about done with this color. I think I'm going to over exaggerate her highlights a little bit. So now I'm actually going to go in with, let's see, let me make sure this is the color I want to use. Okay, yeah. Master Marker 131 in the nude, number 1. And see, these markers, they tend to bleed a lot, so I have to kind of take my time with this one. That's only because these markers are so, ugh, goodness, I don't even really know what the word to use. For lack of a better word, juicy is what I've actually heard people refer to them as. Because, I mean, if you're heavy-handed at the slightest, it's gonna just go everywhere. So that's why I'm actually staying away from the, that's why I'm staying away from the line and doing light brush strokes just for this part. Because I'm going to come back in, I'm going to blend these back out with the light peach Prismacolor. And then that will blend the colors together so that it's like a gradient type effect. Get the little string off of there. So go darkest, lightest to darkest. This is just my base color. I'm going to go back in with a darker pink to make it fit together. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I have my chats live. That might help if I actually hit the button to make my chat live. All right. All right, I'm done with that part. And I've actually made the choice to not draw the feet at this point. Because I don't want to be here all day, and I kind of want to give it an effect like they're in the shadows. So I'm going to have it darker towards the bottom and kind of lighter towards the top. That's the effect I'm hoping to go for. Not saying that it's going to work out that way, but here's the hoping. Oh darn, I forgot her chest. So let's go back in with the 72. Leave part of that white. And go back in with my 201. to give a little shadow to make her boobies pop. There we go. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to go in with, let's do her red. Let's do the red parts now. PB4, PB13, and PB6. So let's see in order. Let's do PB13. Okay, so I got these three different reds, organized from darkest to lightest. We're going to use P6 first for the lightest part of her. Actually, let's do the fine tip. Which honestly, I may not have to use all three, but we'll see. Okay, got that. Let's go ahead and do that because I want to kind of fade a little. Not so much as a highlight on that. Then I'm going in with my 13. Wow, I've been recording for 40 minutes now. Does it even feel like it? Okay, let's keep that there. Guess I am using all three. Okay. For the shadow. See, it bled there a little bit. I think that was actually my fault. I got too close to the line there. But you're going to go through and thicken up the lines anyway, so it's all good. And it's going to bleed even more because I want to blend that out a little bit. Okay. Doesn't take much, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to do this part with a darker red. And I will do the back of her throat with kind of a maroon color and blend it out. That's what I'm going to do there. Okay. Go back in for a highlight. Okay. Okay, now this one I'm actually using my Illustrator on to get that dark color that I want. Right there. It's almost black, but in person you can really tell that it's more of a wine color. And I kind of want that to bleed into there. There we go. Has a little depth to it. Okay, so let's go in with a little gray. Let's do PM2. All right, so dark olive green and chartreuse. Yeah, whatever. Green markers. So I'm going to lay down the lightest color first. No highlights. Adding a little shade. All right, so that's good on those two. I'm actually, so let's find a middle green. How about a 25? It's kind of in the middle, but then again, it's kind of the same green. No, it's not the same green. This will add a nice shadow. There we go. Give her skirt a little dip, you know? So it's not so plain. Okay. I got that. Let's probably add another color in there just to make it flatter. Okay. Let's do her bandana red. Just because I feel like it. On her arm. It's kind of like, I may end up adding like some blood on her arms or something. Like a tourniquet, you know? That might be a good idea. Make it more gory. There we go. Okay. That's that. Let's see, where do I want to go next with this? Let's go ahead and finish her hair with a darker pink. Let's do it too. So I'm actually going to go through with Master Marker number 18 Mulberry. Using the brush tip side, this is actually going to be part of her shading here. Well, the light don't shine. All that good stuff. Again, this marker's like really, really wet. It's like getting everywhere. Which in some cases are a good thing. That means there's a lot of life in this marker, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying. But you use what you got, you know? And my gosh, I've been doing this for an hour. but I hate to rush. All right, let's see. What's darker than an 18? Probably an 88. So again, with the master markers, this is actually Rosaline. Rosaline. I'm going to go in and make these shadows even deeper in some places. I'm actually using the brush side because I feel like I get the best effect. So I'm like really enjoying this. Okay, I'll leave that kind of light maybe. There we go. Let's do her shade right there. Okay. A little darker right here. Good, I got it in her dress. It's okay. I'll just darken the line up there. That looks pretty good to me so far. So far. I need to put some of these markers back in my bucket. Sorry. Let's see what other colors do I want to use there. Alright, so I'm actually going to go through now with my STA brush microliner. So let's do that with her eyeballs. Because I can use a marker, but I don't want to risk the bleeding. And this one's just about dried up. So I use this little brush marker for everything. So I'm actually going to go in with her eyes now. 192 for the top part, because she actually has green eyes. Sorry, disconnected there. And go back in, maybe 167. They're gonna pull that gray back out again. Let's try a different one. Let's do into from Artist Loft. I actually want to use that for her eyes because it's one of the more lighter grays that I have. To make it pop a little. There we go. All right. Then go in right here with her glove, because she's wearing fingerless gloves here. Let's go ahead and do the bottom of her shoe. And I may have to go in a little bit because this may have to be a part 2, honestly. Just because I'm going to actually go in with a little E10 mocha to make this even darker here. It's sort of a brown. Just going to add that in certain points here because it wasn't feeling dark enough for me. All right. Go and get with one of the lighter blues that I have here. Artist Loft B1. And I'm gonna color on her tears because her friend is gonna be one of them. Might as well do creams too so it matches when I'm ready for it. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what color her sleeves are. I think they're like a blue, maybe? I'll have to double check. Or at least her cuffs. But I'll figure out something. Do a little more research on my part 2. Yeah. No, I haven't. I'm streaming live, so give me a second. There we go. There we go. Hey, Skeleton is having technical difficulties at this moment, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Keep disconnecting. Keep disconnecting with full bars, which is very strange. BRB. Alright, sorry you guys are back. I have to have something as a reference as far as color, you know. Because I kind of jumped into this blind. um, so while I wait for my screen to load, well, actually my other phone to load up, I'm going to color the parts that I do know. So I'm going to go in with the lightest part of cream with vanilla BO1. I'll do this on all of her highlights. I'm going to use, I'm just going to leave it a little white. And on camera, it looks more yellow. But believe me, it's like a tannish type color. Okay. So I'm actually pulling up some reference pictures for cream. Looks like, yeah. I need to marker with her eyes here. Where's my pencil? So actually, probably from here. I'm actually going to do that from here and bring it in. Let me bring that in. Sorry, about there. And then probably not. Probably shouldn't do that. Next, actually bringing that down here. Go ahead and fill that in. And then, of course, darken that up. Then her eyelash goes there. Okay, let's go from here. So let me go back in with my prawn and make it a plan. There we go. Again, when I drew this, I had no idea how cream actually looked out of my head, you know. So it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Let's go ahead and darken that up around here. Because I'm going to add my highlights later with her. There we go. GB6. I don't have a swatch for this, so let's see. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with a GB6. Little shade. Again, this marker is very, very, very juicy. Very, very. Gotta do light brush strokes with this. All right. Let's see here. Checking a few colors. I think her sleeves are green. Yeah, they're green. From the pictures that I just looked at, they're actually green, so let's go with that. Right there. There you go. That works for me. Going back in with PB4 and PB6 for the top. And then Cream's dress is more of like a dark burgundy. So let's do this one. Still watercolor. What is that? R12. And an E10. So I'm actually going to go in with R12 and E10 for Cream's dress. Kind of changing it up a little bit, just for the heck of it. I don't want to do it exactly, you know, how it is. I like to put my own touch on things, my own art style. That's the fun part. All right, then for her face, I want to go back in with PB72 leaving her highlights open. There we go. And 201 for her shades. Let's just do that. Okay, let's go ahead and go back in with my micron and fill in their nose. All right. Let's see, what else should I put on her? I think that's about it. All I'm going to do to them. Let's see. Let's go back in with a burgundy for cream shoe. And this is the Artist Loft number D7. I have no idea what is. I have been disconnecting and reconnecting like crazy. And because I'm not looking at my camera, I don't always catch it. So, all right, I'm so sorry, you guys, but YouTube is going to get an email about this. I guess I can go ahead and do her eyes. Because Cream has hazel eyes. Color up here, if you can tell. Might as well go in with this here. I'm going with a darker color here. And then let's go back in with a burgundy here. Because it is the back of her dress. And the shade. Alright. And again, I'm going to be doing Sally's silhouette in the back. Which I will actually make that part 2. Because I want to put more detail into it. So actually, I'm going to go in with an orange, 130 for some of her shading. Until it's some of this ink fully dry. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave off here for today. Again, Sally.exe is going to be right here at the top right. And basically what's going on in this storyline here, well, in this picture. Obviously, Amy senses something wrong with Sally. I want her looking kind of cool in the background. But Amy sees something not right with Sally, and but Cream doesn't realize. All she knows is, hey, look, we found Miss Sally. But Cream is, she's so innocent, and Amy, she's saying, well, get ready to run, or something like that. I haven't quite figured out what I want her to say yet, but I will be posting part two soon. I actually have somewhere to be soon, so I'm actually gonna end the video here. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Um, if you have any suggestions, you're more than welcome to post them. I'm in the Discord. Once I actually get to a computer, I'll post all the information at the bottom where you can actually join the Sally.exe Discord, and then open to suggestions. All right, well, you guys have a great day, and I will let you guys know when I get started again. Peace.